I'm Amy Faywell with MAMA, Mothers Advocating Medical Marijuana for Autism. MAMA's got sort of three goals that we're asking for: that medical marijuana would be legal and allow autism as a qualifying condition, that cannabis would be a first line of defense when children have behaviors as opposed to psychotropic drugs, and thirdly, that doctors would learn about the endocannabinoid system. So if a whole plant bill passed here in Texas, and if autism was a qualifying condition in some way, then the next thing would be to start finding doctors that are willing to put the two together and look at what in autism, what is it in autism that cannabis can treat. Because we feel that it can be palliative and curative. It can just sort of calm a child down, but it can also really work on those underlying conditions. Jack has been on very few heavy-duty drugs for a very short amount of time because none of them have worked. You know, they usually just make him worse, which means worse is more aggressive, less focused, more hyper, more self-injurious. And so the problem I have when people say we don't know the long-term effects of cannabis, well, what do you think the long-term effects of all those drugs that you are willing to recommend for my son are? The thing Mama would really like to do in the interim is try to help define a research project where they could, because self-injurious behaviors are also very measurable. You know, you can count how many times did he bite his hand, and you create a study on cannabis. He bites it this many times in this situation, and off of cannabis he bites it this many times. It would be cut and dried. There's a government patent actually on cannabinoids that says it is antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, it regulates the immune system, it protects the brain from glutamate toxicity, while autism is oxidative stress, inflammation of the gut and brain, the immune system is dysregulated, and surely a kid that has a brain that's compromised needs a neuroprotectant. So right there you can just stop and say, this is worth trying for autism. It's got thousands of years of safety. Nobody has ever died of an overdose from cannabis, and it's surely much safer than the drugs that we've been recommended to try with him. There's 20 reasons right now why I should try cannabis with my son, except for the one that is most dangerous, and that it's illegal.